Boruto X Sarada might actually be canon already, and it's like, what? No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. Yes, people, we got spoilers for Boruto manga chapter 69 after a crucial, harsh delay, and the chapter's right around the corner, but we got a few tidbits for people that can't wait, for people that are excited, for people like me that are just like, oh my gosh, I want to know what happens next. And I'm not going to waste any of your time. Let's jump into it. Now, for starters, one of the major things about this upcoming chapter is apparently there's going to be a few big Sarada moments. In particular, one is just like you see, she looks like she's having a good time. She looks like she's enjoying herself. Nothing crazy. But then there's a piece in this chapter that had me like, what? Because based off what we're seeing so far over on Organic Dinosaur's Twitter, they're a very massive, I guess you would say, Boruto manga leaker. For starters, it seems as though there's going to be a lot of moments between Ada and Delta. It looks like Ada and Delta moments are going to be massive because, for starters, there's one drawing, and it looks like Amado is just onward looking, and it seems as though Ada is there, and I think she's actually touching like Code, and I don't know if Code underwent a transformation or something, and it's a little bit unclear. But then following that, we have what they're calling Doki Doki on page 30, because a lot of people would expect, right, if Ada's there, boom, we're gonna have Delta versus Ada, let's freaking go, right? Like, hey, it just makes sense, we got a cat fight on our hands. But apparently the writer decided against that, because according to this little recreation drawing, it seems as though at the very least Delta is going to be looking at Ada like, oh my god, she's so freaking cute. And that's kind of like, where's the battles? What's going on here, dog? I wanted a cat fight. And as a matter of fact, where's Sakura? Like, this would be a perfect moment for Sakura to come in looking for her Sasuke-kun and see like, wait, why is Delta and Ada like these two chicks? What are they doing here? Why are they younger and cuter than me? I'm just like... And then there was another page that... shout outs to the person that redrew these panels, but my gosh, why are you making Amado look like he's sweating and like he's in a freaking hentai scene or something? But it seems as though, based on what happened in the last chapter, Code is grabbing Amado, and it looks as though there's a necklace under Amado's collar that is like shining, and it seems to be maybe possibly linked, I'd imagine so, to the whole thing of, hey, this is how you release your limiters. Maybe it's more than just a word, because Code grabs him and like yanks off his collar, and you see again the chain, and then Code even goes further to grab his arm. I don't know if Amado was about to do a Dr. Gero. In fact, this scene right here reminds me very heavily of when 17 and 18 finally said, you know what, to Dr. Gero, we're done with you, and they like beat him up and kicked off his head and all that stuff. Like,
it looks like he took pity on you, loser.
That's kind of what it reminds me of, although the fan artist made it look like way something else. Like, dog, I wanted Amado, not the freaking porn star, you know what I'm saying? And one other detail before we get to the major enchilada is that the cover page is of Delta, and she looks dope. It looks good. Again, very similar to how she used to look. You could definitely see, though, if you compare the way she looks now to when she was first introduced in the manga, you can see that the artist has improved. There's a lot of criticism that hits this artist, Ikamoto. Like, he gets a lot of slander, and I ain't gonna lie, it would definitely be nice to get some double spreads from time to time. It would be nice for the art to look a little bit prettier, but this colored cover page looks freaking awesome, and I wish we had more of that. This looks like they put a lot of time into it, and again, it just shows his evolution as an artist. Like, as an artist, he went from Delta was okay of a design to this looks sleek, and he made sure to put the fan service works. I'm just saying. But then the biggest moment that right now has, as of this video, has this character trending on Twitter, which is kind of crazy for a character from Boruto to trend. Not just Boruto, there's a character that's trending right now, and as I last checked, there was like over 4,000 replies about it. But apparently Sarada is trending right now, and it's because of the pairing of Boruto x Sarada seemingly coming to fruition or hinting at it. Because we got a recreation panel right here that says Boruto chapter 69, page 15. I thought so. You like Boruto, don't you? And Sarada is really shy there, nervous, looking as if somebody confronted her. I'm going to imagine maybe it would be Sumide, either Sumide or possibly like the only other person that would be like, you know, illogical to even blurt something like that out, Mitsuki. And actually, I take it back. I wouldn't be surprised if it was probably just a scene with Mitsuki and her, considering the fact that they've had, like, very little time in the manga. After the Boro battle, they pretty much became, once again, super irrelevant to things. Like, they was in little increments here, there, but for the most part, since Boro, they haven't really been useful, and they haven't been integral to things. So, it's nice to actually see, again, based off these spoilers, that Ikamoto and everybody else that is involved in creating Boruto, this mystery staff that we got, are taking it a little bit more serious of saying, hey, these characters that were initially launched as like, yo, it's a new gen, Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki. They're important too. There's relationships brewing. There's other stuff to this, and I'm sure the anime is going to take this a mile or 10 miles away. Like, imagine the anime does anime original, like Boruto and Sarada's first date, and like they actually like, oh my god. Like, legitimately, they're trying to add a bunch of what people would call normie, you know, pairing stuff into Boruto, which I guess it could spice things up, but I really won't care too much about the romance aspect of any of this like that for me personally until post-time skip. Because post-time skip, first of all, Boruto looks like a badass, Kawaki looks like a badass, and we'll know that a lot of things change. Because for all we know, which is highly unlikely, but for all we know, Sarada and Mitsuki could die before we hit the time skip, and that's weighing heavy on Boruto's heart. Again, it's a shonen manga, and it's Boruto, so 99.9% chance that's not happening, but you never know. And I'm not gonna lie, just looking at this panel again, I'm astonished that like, yo, we're probably going to go more into that direction, or who knows, this could be one of those moments, right? Remember how Hinata's confession to Naruto back in the Pain arc was like the biggest thing, like, oh my god, it's because I love you. This could be one of those moments. Or it could just be one of those, hey, she's a 12-year-old, 13-year-old that's, you know, confused and awkward about it. She's probably going to deny it and move on in a tsundere fashion. Hopefully not. I would like a little bit more depth than just the casual trope. But we gotta wait and see. And either way, those are the spoilers we have so far. Forgive me if they're not the most juiciest. We didn't get a big load, but the chapters drop tomorrow. So, hey, I figured I'd give you a little bit of an appetizer before the entree. But I'm curious what you guys think, first of all, based off these spoilers. Do you think that this is going to confirm Sarada x Boruto? It seems to be the case that they're flirting with the idea. And now that they're moving Sumire to look more like she's going for a Sumire x Kawaki, that might perfectly leave open, hey, let's just do it. Boruto x Sarada already. Like, why we gotta wait till the end and then do Boruto the last? Like, can we just do this now? But until the next one, that's all I have for this one. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule! Anime and manga for life, bye! Have an awesome day, peace in, and Sarada x Boruto. Also, all the other stuff, like Ada and Delta actually kind of seeming to potentially be cool. Like, they could actually be cool because of the admiration that one has, or the cuteness, kawaii. Like, I like little twists like that. I thought they were going to throw down, but okay. you're fangirling over her because she looks cool. Why not? Have an awesome one. So just go to